If you haven't entered my giveaway of $25, where you compete against others to win a prize, it's really fun. And the sign up ends on June 13th, 2019. So you're bored. Maybe you can look up to this list for some books. Let's just get into it. And these 9 books I've read in the past year are not placed in rankings. I'm just naming them. Also, these aren't the books I've read in my whole lifetime, or the list would look a lot different. And I can't do the top 10 books because I couldn't find the 10th book. 1. The Charmed Children of Wrinkle Castle. I'm sure this is one of the unknown authors. And the book Janet S. Fox wrote is surprisingly well written. If you're into horror books, this one is quite a page-turner. It takes place in a gloomy and desolate area of Scotland, and instead of a ghost, which is really unoriginal, it is a monster made of machines picking off children in a huge castle, one by one. It is quite long, but all the action and thrills will make the story too good to put down. 2. Warriors into the Wild. This book is quite famous, and I only read this because this person recommended it to me, where I had to finish a book report in a day. This is a story about a cat named Rusty who runs away and joins a cat clan because he wants to be a warrior. They have territorial dispute with the Shadow Clan and their allegiances and betrayals. If you want to see a cat's perspective, here's the book. It's also a series too, by the way. 3. Hyrum. You should know Mike Lupica, right? He usually writes sports books, but instead he writes a thriller and action book. Zach Harrison is a kid of a superhero who fights crime, and when his dad dies, it's a huge mystery. There are strange people he encounters who try to gain his trust, and he doesn't know who is the real culprit. 4. Ready Player One. In addition to liking horror books, I also really enjoy science fiction stories too. This book takes place in the distant future and is quite original. Wade finds the first clue to the prize owner of the Oasis, a virtual reality universe hid in his map, and now everyone is battling to find the prize. I can't tell you more than that, and you'll just have to read the book to find out. It's also a movie. 5. No Slam Dunk. I only included this book because I didn't have many options, but it still has a great plot. Mike Lupica wrote this book. Again, I included him. Compared to all of his other sport books, this one is quite different. Rather than just dealing with the personal problems of the athletes, he introduces a conflict between De Niro and Wes, and this book tries to resolve the teamwork of these two athletes, which is a pretty important lesson to most sports. But that's not just it. Wes still needs to deal with the issues of his dad, a veteran coming back from the Afghanistan war. 6. Outsiders. This one is one of the more traditional books of my list. This book describes a different point of view as a gangster in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This shows how gangsters like Ponyboy feel how others judge him. They also have a rivalry with the rich gang socials, and it turns Ponyboy's life upside down completely. It's also a movie. 7. A Wrinkle in Time. They also made this book into a movie, which is quite strange. This is also a science fiction book, but it was written in the 60s, so it has an old-timey feel. Meg goes into different dimensions with her brother and encounters many different creatures to save her father. She also knows about the unknown evil things in It. The cover does not look that interesting, but you will like this book. It's also a series. 8. Wonder. Okay, I promise I'm not choosing books that all have movie companions. Wonder is so good, not because it's about a boy with a facial deformity who is all normal and unique in the inside. This is about Augie, who has characteristics that make him the way he is, and he faces bullying and criticism in his school life. It is also written in different perspectives to see what all of them think about this one person, Augie. Fun fact is that I actually especially watched this movie before it came out to the box office. 9. The Giver. Another movie. Okay, this one is extremely special, and you've heard about this book. Don't let the cover judge you. This is a futuristic world where everything is utopian and perfect. Nobody feels pain or emotions, and the communities are proper and very perfect. Jonas has selected a job with the Giver, and he's the apprentice. He learns from this person who has all the emotions and all the feelings. Jonas hears about all of this and realizes what he is living in. It is a very deep book, and I think it would be pretty enjoyable for anyone. Yeah, that pretty much sums up all of the books. If you want to read any of these books, please do so, because they're all high quality. This is one of my first videos during summer break, which is the time I hate because everyone is on vacation and my channel barely grows. But something huge is coming, and I'll be teasing it everywhere. I'll see you guys later.